Hi everyone, let's keep going with our tutorial. Here I made some changes on the game. The first thing I did was, this is a new scene that I've created, but in the menu scene that we were working on the last episode, I create this label for our play button, and I created an option button and a sound button. So let me show you how the game is right now. I put a background and I changed the assets also, so you can do that here in the asset files. I put it on my buttons. I'm getting all these buttons, textures that I've used on my Student Challenge project, so you can check it out also on the description. So the first thing we're gonna do, you see the image is kind of stretched. So we are going to lock on landscape mode. To do that, you can go here in your project, in targets, here in your main target, and you can uncheck this portrait here, so it just can be landscape left or right. Okay, it locks in this mode here. Here's the state of the game right now. I have this button, doesn't do anything. This one, go to this option scene. I don't have a background for it yet, but we can go here and say it is the same as the menu. These toggles are not working yet. We're gonna make it work in this episode. And the play button now has a text on it, so let's begin putting some fonts here on the project for installing our fonts. So you can download this font here. I'm gonna use this one. You can click here, download. Now you get the font. Let's go for the Xcode. Just put fonts on the project. You can go here in the target info, like any plus button, you can go and type fonts provided by application. It is going to create this info file here, and here you should put your font name, and after downloading the font you can just drag to the project, choose the target and finish. So here you can call it, you can just use this if it's a label, title label dot font name equals the name of the font that you're using. Okay, we forgot to put the extension on the file. Now it is working. We need to change some of the sizes here. Let's try 48 and 16. Okay, 16 is not that good. Let me increase here. Okay, I'm happy with these sizes. Now in the options scene, we need to put the labels, the font names. I commented, so we can uncomment here. So let's just go with new file, user config. So this file, we are going to set some variables globally to our app, so we can change the sound settings, the vibration, and we check it every time we try to play a sound. Okay, so let's just go with a class, static let share as a user config. We need to initiate it. Okay, sound. Let's begin with true, and function. Let's go with this one. We take no parameters. This is gonna be true. So we have this. Now let's make a function to change sound. And a function to change vibration. Okay. Now we can call it here in the when we click on the toggle sound toggle, we can do this by simply calling user config share change sound. Same here, user config share change vibration. Let's keep going here and change some animations. I put all the animations here on the utils file. We have this function that animates the toggle. So when you click it, it changes the texture to toggle transition. That is an asset that I've made that is in the middle of the toggle. So in transition it goes on, transition, and then if the toggle is on now, it changes to toggle on, and it's off, toggle off. Pretty simple animation. We're going to do the button animation later. In the function, you just need to change the texture to the name of the button plus pressed, because all my buttons I name in this pattern: sound button pressed, back button press. So here we just need to pass animate toggle its own user config share dot sound. Here user config share vibration. Okay, the first one needs to toggle first. Yes, there we go. So this is working. We have global variable for sound and for vibration, and we can use this to check every time we use haptics or sound on the app. So now let's go to the button animation. For the button animation, we have this animate button that changes the texture to the button name plus pressed, because of the pattern that I've made here: back button, pressed, and all the names that I gave the variables here are play button, options button. So when you do this, we go like options button plus press, but the change is so fast that we cannot see the texture changing. So we need a function. Let's go with transition to next scene. We can receive a scene here. We have this variable called wait for animation that's I just made it for not writing this every time. This waits for 2 seconds in any node from SpriteKit. So we can go self.run wait for animation, and after that we can open this closure here, self.present scene. Okay, so instead of going with this function, we can go to transition to next scene, game scene. Same here, transition next scene, option scene. We are not calling the animate button, play button, and here we are going to animate button, options button. Now we are going to see the animation. Okay, okay, so we have to do this. Okay, so here, okay, we have the animations. Let's go here and go play button. Of course, I'm just gonna use this button as a play button, so I'm not worried about that. And we can change this to 0.2 again, because this is taking too long. We just need to change this button to play button. And there we go. Now we have a working. Let's put in the option scenes again. We need this transition to next scene to be a function that we can use anywhere, but we need the self, so I'm just gonna copy this to this scene. We can go animate button, back button, transition to next scene, menu scene. Okay. Now we have everything working with animations to next scenes, toggles for the options. I think now we have a fully working menu, and we can, let's just fix this button. This first we need case sound button, animate button, sound button, and change. Okay, so the sound button has a different animation because we have two assets here. I made on and off, so it's just like the toggle one. We just need another function. Animate sound button, scale sprite node is on. Oh. Okay, this is inside the function, sorry. Here, button dot texture equals texture, image name, sound button, press. So it's going to be press, and then we're going to wait for animation. If is on, we're going to do button dot texture equals sk texture, image name, sound button. It's just sound button, so without the on. Else button dot texture. I put two O's here. Let's just change that. XK texture, image name, sound button off. We need to, of course, here we're going to call animate sound button, user config shared sound, user config shared dot change sound. When we animate this one here, but we can go play label dot position y. Let's give it a -10. So as we press this, the label is going down with the button. This start here, it's going to drop down with the button press. Okay, that's it for today. We finished the menu. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave comments and suggestions on the comment section. See you next time.